Would you rather have a PSA 9 Pikachu Illustrator card or first edition base set booster box, including 31 other vintage booster boxes? So guys, welcome back to the channel. The name is DJ. Today we are going to play a little game. One of my favorite games that I've played heaps of times when I was a kid and when I was older. And it's Who Would You Rather, or in this case, which Pokemon product would you rather? I'm thinking of making this a bit of a series here. So smash that thumbs up button if you like this kind of series, if you want me to keep it going. Let me know in the comment section below some ideas, some comparisons that you'd like me to do. And the way this game usually works is there is two options. Choose which option is better for you, or which is your preference, right? And by all means, there is no right or wrong answer for something like this. This is all based on opinions. So I'm going to give my opinion on the comparison for today. The comparison is SMPrattes Pikachu Illustrator PSA 9 card listed on eBay versus PokeRev's from the PokeCave. He's listing for 31 vintage booster boxes, right? And we're going to start doing this right now. Cue that intro. Alrighty guys, I'm really excited to do this. So it's like SMPrattes versus PokeRev's from the PokeCave. Except, obviously, it's, maybe that's another video idea. But we're actually just comparing, or, you know, I'm picking which one I would prefer out of the two listings from eBay. And I'm going to break it down into a few categories, you know, my investing views and my collecting views. As you probably know, I collect and I invest in Pokemon cards, so I have different ideas on each. Investing is kind of like, you know, the brains of the operation, and the collecting is more the heart kind of thing. So obviously I have different opinions on either. So I'm going to be fair and read out the description for both listings. I'll have photos up while I read, just so you guys are familiar with the actual listings that I'm talking about. So guys, the Pikachu Illustrator card by SMPrattes. This is the Holy Grail Pikachu Illustrator PSA 9 Mint. Most valuable Pokemon card. Alright? And it's listed for $2,894,000 US. Or best offer. I reckon that would be funny to see what the offers he's gotten on it. But anyway, let's read the description. So, the most valuable Pokemon card, rarer than Honus Wagner. I think that's a baseball player. So, the card is the Holy Grail of Pokemon, the most valuable Pokemon card in existence! Exclamation mark. The Honus Wagner of Pokemon, rarer than Honus Wagner, Mickey Mantle, Black Lotus, and Charizard. You know, when I was a kid, I used to think Charizard was the most rarest, most expensive Pokemon card. And, you know, when I grew up, I found out it wasn't. And I thought that was funny. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's it's actually Pikachu, which makes sense, you know, the mascot of the company. Anyway, the Pikachu Illustrator was only awarded to the winners of the original Illustrator contest in Japan, 1998. Estimated 20 to 39 copies existence. Oh, awarded, sorry, not existence. Pop Report's different, I believe. So there's no card in this hobby that combines value, rarity, history than the Pikachu Illustrator. And he's got a picture of his actual Pikachu Illustrator card there. That is awesome. And oh, he's also got a Bulbapedia information there, which you can read if you check out the listing. Now let's check out the PokeRev's from the PokeCave. Alright guys, PokeRev's listing. The ultimate complete first edition Pokemon Booster Box Collection, factory sealed. He's listed this at $1 million US, so it's already half the price, technically speaking. Approximately for Australia, because I'm in Australia right now, it is $1.441 million, and you know, best offer as well. So that's kind of funny too. Alright, I actually like his description here. It's very small, very straight to the point. This is it, starting with first edition base and ending with the last EX series box ever printed. 31 factory sealed mint condition booster boxes that took almost 3 years to complete. Enjoy the photos and please serious inquiries only. Thanks. That is awesome. Love his page as well. Love both PokeTubers as well. You know, obviously they're investors and collectors at a higher end. And obviously they started somewhere back in the day and they've just grown to what they have now. And yeah, so I'm going to tell you guys my preference. I want to know what your preference is out of the two objects. If you had all the money in the world and you can only pick one, you can't have both. Even if you had $3 million and you could afford the both cards, let's just say you can only have one of them. Which one would you guys pick? Now, I'm going to say straight off the bat, I am picking the WotC boxes. And I'm not saying that sealed product is better than a PSA graded card, or, you know, that is, I'm leaving that for my collab with Electrotype 88, where we're going to do sealed product versus PSA graded cards. So that's a different story. But I am actually just going to pick the Wizards of the Coast booster boxes that PokeRev has. And yeah, let me explain why. This is probably the first time I'm going to say it, guys. Quantity over quality. Sounds so weird because normally it's the other way around. Both listings and both products that you're going to get from either one are quality products, guys. Obviously, the Pikachu Illustrator card is, you know, much more rare, much more scarcer, harder to find. There's only like 40 copies awarded, and I think less than that in the pop report. So definitely harder to find, and obviously it's listed at a higher price. That's questionable too, because, you know, the last sold listing, I believe it wasn't even close to that price. I think it was 1 million or so. I'll have it up on the screen. So guys, yeah, prices are questionable. I didn't actually do break down every booster box as well. He does have the first edition base set booster box, which I believe sold for 90,000 US dollars. Could be more than that. That might be outdated. But, you know, he's got like 31 vintage booster boxes. And I'm picking that simply because there's more. I think I would enjoy it more than having the one PSA graded card. I don't know what you guys are thinking. You're probably thinking, well, you could just get the card and then sell that card and, you know, buy PokeRev's listing and then have an extra $1 million. But let's just say, you know, that's not the case. We're just doing item for item. Which one would you prefer? Not based on the values. So yeah, I am going for the PokeRev's booster boxes. As a collector, guys, I really think you feel that satisfaction of having that many booster boxes, vintage-wise, and a collection that nobody else has. And I know you could say the same thing for Pikachu Illustrator, but I feel it is not exactly the same. Let me tell you why. As a collector, I collect binders, I collect PSA, I collect stuff, right? And I like to see completeness. I like to see 100% when I do my job at a warehouse. If they say move 500 pallets here, and let's say at the end of the day I only move 100 pallets, and there's 400 left over there, in my mind it's like, ooh, it's not complete, you know? It's just not finished. So what I'm trying to say, guys, is with the PSA graded card, you only have that one, and you're missing all the other trophy cards to go with it that, you know, that just makes it have that feel of completedness. With the booster boxes, you know, it's all complete, right? When I collect my booster pack art sets, if I only have 2 out of the 4 arts, it's does something to my OCD. So, you know what I mean? With the PSA 9 card, you're only getting one. You're not getting any of the other trophy cards to make it, you know, look like, ooh, I've got a trophy card collection. Kind of like SMPrattes, he actually has other trophy cards, so it makes sense for him to have the Pikachu Illustrator card. It just, you know, if he was missing that Pikachu Illustrator card, then his trophy cards wouldn't look complete, or they wouldn't look finished without it, you know? So, but with the vintage booster boxes, it's looking complete, right? You get that feeling of completedness. It's something right here. It's a feeling. That's my collector side speaking right there. Investing side, guys. So obviously we know it's hard to value something like the Pikachu Illustrator card because there's only like how many made, how many in the world. What's the price on that? How can you price that? The question is, right, with investments, you want to be able to sell your things fairly easily, well, not necessarily quickly, but just like you don't want to have a hard time selling your stuff, right? And with the Pikachu Illustrator card, I think that's a hard card to sell, even though it's one of the rarest cards, and a lot of high-end collectors would want it, would want to have it in their collection. But how many people are going to pay that much? How many people in this hobby, in this Pokemon hobby, have that kind of money? I'd say 95% of the hobby collecting cards are people like me, or like kids who have minimum wage, or has average kind of wages. There is high-end collectors out there, but they're like the 5%. In this hobby, we're so young. There's not many of us that can have that kind of cash or capital. Whereas if I had all those booster boxes, there are so many options for me to do. There's so many things you can do. You can sell each box individually. If that's too much, which it probably is, because some of those boxes are expensive, right? Actually, all of those boxes are really expensive. But you could open up the boxes. You can sell the packs unweighed. You can sell heavy. You can sell light. You can, if you want to have fun, you can open the packs, on live stream, kind of like what PokeRev actually does. He opens up the packs, sells the packs there, or, grade the cards, sell the graded cards. There's just so much you can do. And yeah, that's time and effort, but it's fun. You enjoy it, you like it, you're having fun doing it at the same time. And at the same time, I reckon by the time you sell everything, if you were to sell everything, right, I might think that you could probably sell all those vintage booster boxes before you can sell that one Pikachu Illustrator card. That's what I like to think, unless you decrease that price of the Pikachu Illustrator card. I know the listing says, the Pikachu Illustrator card, is double the value of that, booster boxes, or nothing really compares to it. And it probably is true. I'm not hating on SMPrattes listing, and PokeRev's listing also good, but it's just, what I'm trying to say is, I find it as an investor, like, there's products that I still have that I can't really move. Not many people are wanting it, and that's part of the hobby. You got to have cards that people are gonna want. Otherwise, what's the point in investing in something that you can't sell? I'll give you a little quick story, right? A friend of mine, he's trying to sell this Shining Celebi PSA 10. That's actually a fairly good card. It's rare, it's old, it's from Neo Destiny, one of the crazy WotC sets, and it's PSA 10. So what more can you want? He's tried to sell that on several Facebook groups, at Marketplace, on Instagram. Nobody's biting on it. He's got it listed at a fairly good price, $1,300, $1,400, right? And that's like asking price. That's like the value for it. Nobody's biting. We put it up for Raz. Nobody's biting. And you know what? I reckon if I had PSA 10 Squirtles, right? Maybe like from base set. If I had, like let's say they go for $100 each. If I had 14 PSA 10 base set Squirtles, right? And I reckon I could sell all those base set Squirtles quicker than he can sell that Shining Celebi. And that's where that quality, quantity thing happens, which I found really weird. Like, normally it's normally quality over quantity, but I think sometimes quantity can actually be better than quality. I know that sounds very weird, but that's what I'm trying to apply with this listing here. 31 booster boxes should be harder to sell than one card, one PSA graded card. But the thing is, it's price point, and price point, a lot of us just can't afford it. A lot of people can't afford $1,300 to $1,400 on one card, but they can afford $100 on a base set Squirtle. And if you can find 14 people that can buy that $100 base set Squirtle card, it's just so much easier to sell, and you can get your money quicker if you're investing. This is all investing style, blah. Anyway, guys, that's my point of view on the listing. I don't want to go too crazy on it. I love both their channels. I love both their content, and I love their listings. They're both crazy listings. 31 booster boxes, all vintage. A PSA 9 Pikachu Illustrator card. That's just like not many people have that. And I think for the most part, their listings are flexing. They're showing off their collection, and they probably don't even really want to sell it. I don't even know. But I thought it would be interesting to talk about it. Those are my views. Let me know what you think. Which one would you choose? Would you pick what I picked? The Watsy boxes, the 31 of them. Check it out on eBay. You know, check out both of the listings. I think it's really interesting to see them and see how many people are watching it as well. It's crazy, 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 crazy. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in 2 days' time for another video. We'll do another comparison. Probably not the next video, but you know, leave your suggestions and we'll probably go through them. See you guys next time. Bye.